Tell us about the latest draft class and what it means to you as coach.
Yeah, I only just met them yesterday, and today we introduced them to the players. So a few less than normal. I think we normally have around 8 or 9 or 10 who introduced, but we had 4 today that we introduced, and obviously Tim, he started training a couple of weeks ago. Being a first to 4-year player, he's still training with the young fellas. So yeah, 3 local boys and 1 from Tassie. So excited.
Obviously all the eggs went into the Tim Kelly basket, but do you hope to get anything out of those new additions this year?
Oh, 100%, yeah. I think there's been plenty of examples of late draft selections that have made it. So, we've got plenty of expectations with the kids coming through. Yeah, time will tell, but we'll give them every chance.
Coming into pre-season with pretty much a full bill of health, how many of the group will be out today training?
I think McGovern had a surgery on his Achilles a couple of weeks ago. I think a few niggles here and there. The standard is always probably between 6 and 10. That's probably an average that aren't available to train. So we'll be around that. There'll be a few less on our list this year as well. I think without the Cat B rookies that we had last year and having a spot open too as well. So there'll be a few less numbers on the track.
Just on McGovern, was the injury something that he picked up during the year and just was causing some trouble in the off-season? Or?
Yeah, he carried it for a large part of the season. We thought rest would probably fix the situation. It's minor, it's not a big issue. JK went through a similar thing last year. The only thing they do is they miss a bit of training and a bit of continuity for the season. So, but we expect him to be right for JLT1.
What's the time frame in terms of full training
for Gov? Well, he'll tell you early Jan, so probably early Feb. I sort of thought, but we think he's going to be right for JLT1. So.
Do you have to take a different approach with Josh, given his age and he's been a fierce competitor, and so he's probably got a few dents picked up along the way? Do you manage him a little bit differently this year?
Interesting case with JK. He's missed the opportunity to train for pre-season. It's probably 3 years in a row where he's got to the line. In fact, he probably hasn't made the line. He's come in round 2 or 3. So as much as we think we need to probably manage Josh over the journey, he actually hasn't had a full crack at pre-season for 3 or 4 years. So the good thing is he's training. He's training today. And so it's probably the opposite. I think he's missed training. So good opportunity to get some Ks in the legs again and remind himself what it's like to do a pre-season. So he's excited about that, and we are as well. We'll manage him the right way, but hopefully see him on the track a bit more pre-season.
What about Nick Nat? Is he in a similar situation? I know he had a bit of surgery off-season, didn't he?
Did he? I don't think he did.
He'll ease into it, won't he? Is that how it is with Nick?
He should be training today as well. So, and once again, he needed the rest at the end of the season with his ankle. So there was a pretty significant decision to be made just before the finals, whether we pursue and let him play or get the surgery. And we opted to let him play, and he got through. And we've rested him over the break. So we'll see how he pulls up today and manage him through. I mean, they're back today. They break up on the 13th, and we're going to Dunsborough for a week for the community camp. So there's not a heap of training to be done pre-Christmas.
Is the goal to have him ready for the JLT match?
I'm not sure. I haven't worked out his plan yet. We'll get him assessed and see how he goes over the next. Really, December now is about the individual. Really, the way we see the program, and then January we get going as a team. So we'll. There actually is a really good sense of urgency today to get going with things, but a lot of the programs are based around individuals because of the time frame.
Just on Tim Kelly, you said he's a first to 4th year player, but he's obviously a different one than most first to 4th year players. Was the intention always to have him with those younger guys, or was that pushed by him?
A bit of both. Yeah, I think he was keen to get going, and he had to come in at the same time. No, we managed his time obviously with the family settling in and trying to find accommodation and getting settled is a big part of the last month for him. But yeah, it was he trained for a couple of weeks and he's out there today, so he's slightly in front of the other boys.
What have you made of him from what you've seen?
Exactly what we thought. He's a pro, so he's training. Anyone who's watched training the last couple of weeks can obviously tell he's an A-grade talent. So that's why we got him. It's not a quick fix for us. It's a long-term investment. So if anyone who thinks it's about the now as much as we wanted to get him in as quick as we can. We see him as a longer term investment and can't wait to see him play for the next 6 or 7 years.
Given his introduction into what's already a really strong midfield, how do you maximise the most of all those other guys? Is there scope for someone to play more back or forward this year?
Yeah, that's a good question. Those things are up for debate, so we'll assess that over the next couple of weeks. We'll try a couple of things in pre-season. We've lost Chris Maston through retirement at the back end of the year, and that creates a different position because he played a bit of a different role than perhaps Tim does. So we're working through that, and we've got kids coming through. We've got some talent that probably play in different lines that could be pushed up in the midfield as well. So that's all part of the fun.
Just on kids, no debutants this year, I don't think. I guess some injuries sort of hampered a guy like Jared Brando. Who do you see or who do you want to see taking that next step from that younger crop this year?
I think we had 4 or 5 debutants this year. Yeah, so that's all right. So we had 7 or 8 the year before. So whilst being reasonably successful, we've managed to get some youth through the side. So that won't change. There's always someone who pops up and surprises us, and we give them every opportunity to succeed as well. There's no earn your stripes. If you're good enough to play, you'll play, and you'll play early. So that opportunity is there again.
You tried to the ruckman first, didn't you? What did you need cover? Is that what?
Oh, I think it probably just shows what the club thinks about the long-term planning that we have. We are in a good space with our talent and our list, but we've got to evolve and we've got to keep preparing for the future. So that selection was strategic.
And you traded up to get Johnson as well, so clearly when you saw that he was still there,
yeah,
your recruiters must have...
we do have an advantage in WA. I mean, it was a strong talent pool this year, wasn't it, for WA players? So when we saw him still available, yeah, we did what we could to get to that spot. So really with 3 local boys, they all know each other, we played against each other, and yeah, we've seen plenty of them play.
What do you think he brings specifically?
Ben
Johnson.
He's pretty skilled. Yeah, I'd say in the top couple in the draft in terms of skill level and speed. So high half back at the moment. See how he goes. Haven't seen him train or had much to do with him yet, but at the moment the vision looks good.
Would he be like long term? Would he be a guy you'd look to maybe replace someone like Jetta in the back?
Yeah. You do look at those things, but you don't go to he'll replace him. We see him as a good rebounding high half back at the moment, but there's been plenty of times we've had those plans and they end up playing somewhere else. So we'll give him best opportunity, but he's got some really good skill and really good speed off the back half.
Where are you at with Jared Pickett? Is he likely to train with you?
Yeah, we're looking at that with the SSP. We haven't decided on that yet. That'll next 24 hours. I reckon we'll make a decision on. There's a spot there available, so we might get 2 or 3 guys to train through us for that pre-season period. I think late Feb's you got to make the decision. So we're working through who trains with us.
What are your hopes for Anthony Tracy this season?
Well, I hope they all play, but to get up and say they're going to is a different thing. But first day today, get them to fit in with the boys, give them every opportunity to play their best footy, make sure they maintain the love of the game, and see how they go. But yeah, not going to put too much pressure on them early.
Have you spoken to Willie Rioli lately, and if so, how's he going?
Yeah, I went and saw Willie up in Darwin a couple of weeks ago to see how he is. Yeah, I haven't seen him since the Wednesday before the Geelong game, so got to catch up and see more of his family and see how he's travelling. So he's going okay, but nothing much changed in the last couple of months.
Do you have given the uncertainty about when or if he'll return, do you have a training program put in place for him while he's...
We're working through that, yeah. If there is one, that won't be before Christmas. So we'll work on how that all plays out, and we don't really know the time frame of when decisions are going to get made. So once we get that, we can plan around it.
Did they give you any indication of that?
No, but I would assume it'd be early next year.
Has that been frustrating, the fact that there is no sort of set time of not maybe able to realise how long this...
Oh, I think, no, we just accept what's the process and how technical it is, and so we'll play our part and do what we need to do, and then when the decision's made, we'll accept it.
So how does that affect your planning then? So you just plan for not to have him for the season, or how does it work?
Well, we can't really plan like that at the moment, but yeah, he's not with us at the moment, so...
Tom Barras, and the premiership season, a major part in that premiership, and then last year probably had a harder end to that season. Caught the first big criticism of his career that we were expecting last week. Have you had to manage him at all, building his confidence up into this season?
I haven't spoken to him, so I'll talk to him today. But yeah, look, we have ups and downs, good and bad years, you have good and bad form. So, you know, there's been periods where he's been excellent last year. I think first half of the year was, you know, up until he got injured, he was probably leading our best and fairest. So, yeah, we'll talk through that. But that's all part of life, growing up, football, your football career. So he'll be fine.
Are you in a position to tell us who the three boys are that might train with you?
No.
With a view?
No, not yet.
Jared Pickett, but we don't know the other two. Yeah.
No, yeah, I do know the other two, but I don't want to go into the detail yet. I'm not sure what we're doing in terms of when we're releasing all that, but it'll be the next few days.
Are they locals? Yeah. Can you say that?
Two of them would be.
Did name
Yeah.
begin with?
No, we'll find out soon enough. It's not that it's a massive secret, but we haven't ticked it all off yet. So we're still working through how many we're going to have train with us.
Jenna came back early, only seen you play to return early. Was there anything behind that? Or?
No, he wasn't the only one. Everyone with kids seemed to come back early, and they've got 12 players now with children, multiple children. I think Gavin had his second child, and Liam had twin boys the other day as well. So, yeah, I think my experience tells me that the more kids you have, the earlier you come back to train. So, no, we had more than
Liam's
him.
living at the club.
Liam's moving in. No, it's all good.